Hello, I'd like to give you some information about the business and IT subjects that are offered for Year 11 and 12. Some of these slides have a lot of detail about the topics studied, and so I will make sure that the slides are available on the student intranet homepage for you to look at in your own time. Both general and applied subjects are offered. In the business area, we have accounting and business as the general subjects, and business studies as the applied subject. Our IT offerings are digital solutions as our general subject and the applied subject, information and communications technology. As an overview, these subjects fit a typical model for general and applied subjects. The general subjects have 3 internal assessment pieces and 1 external exam of 25% in Year 12. These assessment items are specified by the QCAA in terms of type and conditions. We will mirror these assessment types in our Year 11 course. The applied subjects have 4 internal assessment pieces and no external exam in Year 12. There is more flexibility in the type of assessment, but the QCAA still tell us what we need to include. Again, Year 11 assessment will mirror Year 12. All the subjects are worth up to the standard 4 QCE points and cover 4 units of study. Some general observations about these subjects are: they give students exposure to work skills and the work environment, particularly business and accounting. There are many transferable skills for use in other subjects, for example, the use of video editing to produce multimodal presentations for other assessments. They are a good pathway to business and IT tertiary courses. And with our Year 9 and 10 courses of BST and digital technologies, if you enjoy or do well in these subjects, then you may want to consider our senior subjects. The first subject in the business area is accounting, a general subject with the code ACC. In accounting, the 2 units studied in Year 11 are Unit 1, Real-World Accounting around a service business, including cash and credit and end-of-month reports, and Unit 2, which is the Management Effectiveness of a trading business, including GST and end-of-year reporting. In Year 12, the units are Unit 3, Monitoring a Business, again around a trading business, which includes managing resources and financial statements, and Unit 4, The Big Picture, which includes cash management, the complete accounting process, and public companies. All of these units cover real-world skills and will be useful to anyone looking at business or accounting as a tertiary study, or someone looking to own or operate their own business in the future. The assessment in Year 12 for Units 3 and 4 are out of 100 marks in total. In Unit 3, there are 2 exams. The first one, combination response, so a mix of multiple choice, short response and extended response questions, and the second, just short response. Both are worth 25% each. The final internal assessment in Unit 4 is a project on cash management, which is also worth 25%. The final external examination is again just short response questions and is worth the final 25%. All of the assessments are judged against a combination of the objectives shown here. The other business area general subject is business with the code BUS. In business, 2 units are studied in Year 11, and they are Unit 1, Business Creation, which includes the fundamentals of business and creation of business ideas, and Unit 2, Business Growth, including establishment of a business and entering markets. In Year 12, the units are Unit 3, Business Diversification, which covers competitive markets and strategic development, and Unit 4, business evolution, including repositioning a business and transformation of a business. Again, all of these units cover real-world skills and will be useful to anyone looking at business as tertiary study or someone looking to own or run their own business in the future. The assessment in Year 12 for Units 3 and 4 is again out of 100 marks in total. In Unit 3, there is an exam and an investigation. The exam is combination response, so a mix of multiple choice, short response and extended response questions, and the investigation is a business report. Both are worth 25% each. The final internal assessment is an extended response in the form of a feasibility report, also worth 25%. There is a final external examination, again combination response questions, and makes up the final 25%. All the assessments are judged against the combination of the objectives shown here. Business Studies is the applied business subject and has the code BSQ. Business Studies has the following core topics: business practices, including business fundamentals, financial literacy, business communication, and business technology. And the second core area, business functions, which includes working in administration, working in finance, working with customers, and working in marketing. Each of the areas of business functions are further broken down into the areas of business practices, and this is shown in the next two slides. I won't go into detail here, but you should have a look at this to get a better understanding of the course content. This shows the detailed breakdown for working in administration and working in finance. As you can see, there are a lot of topics and skills covered, and again, these are all things that translate to any work environment. Here is the detailed breakdown for working with customers and working in marketing. The course outline for business studies can be seen here. You can see there is a mix of assessment types: projects, extended response, and exams. Unlike the general subjects, business studies is marked on an A to E scale, not marks out of 100. In Year 11, Unit 1 covers the work environment, and Unit 2 looks at financial administration and customer service. In Year 12, Unit 3 is about community connections and marketing, and we finish with work-life balance and computerized accounting. An indication of the types of assessment for business studies are projects, which are a response to a single task, situation, or scenario and can be delivered in a variety of different ways, such as written, spoken, or multimodal. An extended response, which is the response to some stimulus material and again can be delivered in a written, spoken, or multimodal format. And exams, which are 60 to 90 minutes, with responses varying from 50 to 250 words per question. Digital Solutions is our general IT subject and has the code DIS. The course is structured so that each unit builds upon the knowledge and skills from previous units. The two main elements are programming and data solutions. In Year 11, we study the following units. Unit 1, Creating with Code. This gives us an introduction to the digital problem-solving process and an introduction to creating a digital solution to solve a problem for a user. This is where we first look at the programming language Python, and we focus on making user-friendly solutions. Unit 2 is application and data solutions. This includes expanding our digital solutions to include those with a focus on the use and storage of data. If you consider that pretty much anything you do online is supported by data and databases, then this is a huge part of the IT industry. We will focus on learning to use structured query language, as well as creating and managing data structures. In Year 12, we then study Unit 3, Digital Innovation. This unit builds on the skills of Units 1 and 2 and gives students the opportunity to develop solutions to problems with programming and data structures. We will continue to use Python, but introduce the use of Pygame, which provides us a graphical interface to our coded solutions. Unit 4 is Digital Impacts. This unit will focus on the way data is transferred between devices. For example, how do you connect and transfer data between your laptop and the internet? We look at things such as security and privacy of data and methods of encryption. The assessment in Year 12 for Units 3 and 4 is again out of 100 marks in total. In Unit 3, there is an investigation and a project. The investigation is a technical proposal worth 20%, which is in the form of a multimodal video presentation. The project is the creation of a digital solution worth 30%, which includes multimodal presentation of a solution, the code used to create the solution, and a video demonstration of how the solution works. The final internal assessment is another project, this time in the form of a folio, with the same components as the first project, and this is worth 25%. There is a final external examination which uses combination response questions, multiple choice, short response, and extended response, and is worth the final 25%. All the assessment items are judged against the 4 objectives shown: retrieving and comprehending, analysing, synthesizing and evaluating, and communication. Our final subject is Information and Communications Technology, an applied subject. In ICJ, we study 4 units, each broken down into 2 separate modules. The syllabus says that the modules we study in Year 12 must be the same as the modules for Year 11. In Year 11, we study the following modules. Module 1, Newsletter. This includes looking at simple data management and document production, and we use Word and Excel. This provides useful skills that can be used in many other subjects. For example, Excel is required to be used in all math subjects in senior. Module 2 is Commercial Websites. This includes learning how to design and develop a website that is suitable for a small business, and we use things such as HTML and Dreamweaver. Module 3 is Video Editing. This includes looking at some basic film techniques and then editing video clips using Premiere Pro. Module 4 is a game review. We look at the elements that make a successful game and create a game review for a magazine article. In Year 12, we studied these modules. Module 5 is a payslip. This builds on Module 1 to look at some more advanced features of data management and document production. Module 6 is game development. This builds on the work done in Module 4, and this time, rather than review, we make a game of our own. Module 7 is video creation. This builds on Module 3, and we use the same techniques to create our own video, not edit someone else's, again using Premiere Pro. In Module 8, we have a how-to guide. This builds on the work from Module 2, and we create a guide to making a website in the form of a magazine article. In In this subject, there are two assessment types that we have to use, projects and extended response, and we have to have at least one of these in both years. For modules 1 to 3 and 5 to 7, we have a project. These projects are responding to a client brief and involve designing a solution, developing a solution, and a small written evaluation and reflection. The other two modules, 4 and 8, are the extended responses. These involve some research into the topic, planning our response, and creating the product. This slide shows you some pathways and careers involving IT, and is certainly worth looking at if you are interested in IT for either further study or as a career in the future. Thank you for your time. If you have any further questions, I would ask you to see one of the teachers listed here or come to see me in the library. I would also encourage you to look at the presentation, which will be available on the student intranet page and will give you more detail